Well, they probably saw the thing with Warcraft 3 and you're like, actually, wait a second. We don't want reforging back anymore. World of Warcraft Classic Cataclysm survey sent out by Blizzard. I'm kind of surprised about this. Back in April this year, Asmongold interviewed Nina Kostas, time-stamped here. Oh yeah, this is my thing. Ms. Kostas seemed very interested in hearing what players wanted to see come next after Wrath. Now, my personal opinion is, while I do really like Cataclysm, I had very great memories for Cataclysm, I think it might be more healthy for the game to reinvest into a more dynamic Season of Mastery with new content for Classic WoW, Classic BC, or Classic Wrath. I would prefer that, personally. Which of the following franchises, if any, would you never want to play a game from? Would you never want to play a game from? Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'd play all of those, really. Okay, here are the WoW things. Thinking about the past 30 days, which statement below best describes how you distributed your time between World of Warcraft Shadowlands and World of Warcraft Classic? I spent more time playing Shadowlands. I spent more time playing Classic. Personally, I probably spent more time playing Shadowlands. If I look at my slash played, I put probably way more time into Shadowlands than I did into Classic WoW. The reason why is, like, obviously Classic WoW is it's a game with a beginning and an end, and I've already done that. So I'm effectively speedrunning. Oh, in the last 30 days, yeah. In the last 30 days, I played way more Classic. Yeah, 100%. I don't think I've even logged on to retail in the last 30 days, to be totally honest. World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic. All right, so this is what we're getting into. World of Warcraft Classic will be bringing back Wrath of the Lich King in 2022. After Wrath Classic comes out, would you like to see a World of Warcraft Classic? What would you like to see them do next? What would you guys like to see them do next? I feel like most people right now are saying Classic Plus. I feel like people are saying everything but Cataclysm. They're saying, we want Classic Plus. I want Wrath Plus. I want them to just make retail better. I want fucking Legion Plus. Classic Legion. I want Classic Mists of Pandaria. Nobody's saying Classic Cataclysm. Which, again, I thought I had a lot of fun in Cataclysm. That's what I think. I think that most people, the general sentiment is that Cataclysm is whenever the game started to decline. And numerically, they're right. That's whenever the game started losing subscribers. It's not like they're wrong about that at all. It's true. A new sequel to Wrath using the Classic client. Yeah, could use this opportunity to add content to WoD if it reaches that point. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I wonder if that would ever happen. The expansion after the original Wrath of the Lich King Cataclysm, we would like to get your feedback on features and systems introduced during Cataclysm expansion. If you're familiar with WoW Cataclysm, please think about the expansions as when originally released and separated from systems that you may be familiar with in modern WoW. How familiar are you with the original 2010 release of World of Warcraft Cataclysm? December 7th, 2010, a young Asmongold sat out in the cold getting his fucking edition of of Cataclysm with his mother and his two friends, Cody and Jeff, outside of Best Buy, or GameStop. Yes, GameStop. And I went home and I played it all night long. I had a final for, like, economics or something like that. I came in. No, it wasn't economics. It was math, because that was for Wrath. It was for a math class. I fucking got an A on the final. I went home. I got an A in every fucking class except one, and I played Cataclysm for the entire winter break. It was the biggest fucking W of my life. Oh my god. I remember this so goddamn... I remember also there was this girl in the class, and I was like, man, like, am I gonna go through this whole semester without trying to talk to her? And finally, like, I go up and I talk to her, and I realized, like, she looked much more attractive whenever she was on the other side of the room. And I walked down, I was like, man, no regrets. No fucking regrets. I'm gonna play this game, and I'm never gonna think about this shit again. Yep. Next day, I hit level 85. New features introduced in Cataclysm. Yeah. Removal of 5v5 Arena. 5v5 Arena was in the game in Cataclysm. 5v5 Arena was removed, I thought, after Cataclysm. Because I got Arena Master, which was 5v5, in Cataclysm. It was removed mid-Cata? Really? Holy shit. Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Because, yeah, it was like Ruthless Gladiator, and I was like, man, I've got to get it now or it's going to be gone. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so these are all the different changes. Playable races, goblins and worgen, new raids, yeah. Removal of 5v5 arena, changes to professions, archaeology. Yeah, we just ignored that one. Next one, level cap. Minor quality of life changes, AoE looting, better flight paths, spell alerts for procs, ammunition no longer taking up bad space. Yeah, I feel like every quality of life feature in the game was probably better in Cataclysm. Like, the only thing that I don't like about Cataclysm is that it introduced LFR. So, like, I say that, and people might be like, well, yeah, but, like, LFR means so I can raid. I think that the raids in Cataclysm were too hard. I think the success of Wrath of the Lich King and World of Warcraft as a whole before then was because the raids were really easy. I think Cataclysm was way too high of a step up in difficulty. Like, if any of you guys, bro, like, how many of you guys were in, like, a big ego Lich King killing guild, and then you fucking step into Blackwing Descent and you can't kill Magma? Or Omnitron Defense System is just fucking your guild in the ass. Yeah, that's what happened to me, too. Like, I thought I ran this game. Cataclysm came out. I figured, no, bro, this game's running a train on me. It was a bad time. Maloriac? Yeah, that was bad. That's why I hate Cat. It was way too hard. Let's see here. Raid Finder, sign up for raid, choose your role. Raided Battlegrounds were amazing. I think that everything about Cataclysm was good, besides, I don't like how you couldn't go back to Old Azeroth. And I didn't like Raid Finder. What else besides that I not like about Cataclysm? Like Raid Finder and changing the world. The patches sucked? Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. What the hell do you think you're talking about? You think the Molten Front Offensive wasn't a good patch? You think adding 3 fucking dungeons in one patch wasn't enough for you? Huh? 3 dungeons in one patch. It was fine. The patches were great. How interested would you be in playing Classic Expansion based off of the following features? Changes to player versus player arena, Raid Finder. I would be fine if they introduced Cataclysm. I think that they should make the raids easier in Cataclysm. Like, talents. Cataclysm talents. Miss Pandaria was whenever they changed the talents. Cataclysm talents were fine. I think that Cataclysm class design wasn't that great. I felt like a lot of the things that Cataclysm class design did was it just gave every class the thing that the other classes already had. It was basically like, it was the beginning of homogenization. Like, there were things like Symbiosis. Symbiosis was in Mists of Pandaria. Throwdown was a garbage ability. Throwdown should have never been in the game. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. There it is. Down below here, Dungeon Journal, it says Guild Advancement System and account-wide mounts and pets. I liked how guilds could level up and the stuff that people would collect in the guild would go to the guild bank. I really like that. And I thought it was a better system that people would join a guild, they would get spam invited, and every guild would be capped out at 1,000 because the guild master was effectively like trying to make residual income off of like level 20s leveling. Like, I know people thought like, oh, it was annoying or bad. I thought it was good. Overall, it was a more social and better experience than, you know, like not being in a guild at all. Liz, you were guildmaster? I actually wasn't. I didn't get promoted to guildmaster until Legion. I joined the guild in Cataclysm though. Provides cesspool ecosystems, exactly, and sometimes the cesspool is fun to be in. Let's see here. How interested would you be in playing the next classic expansion based on following features? Archaeology, oh, it's just all the new features. Tolbarad was garbage. Transmog, part of me wishes that Transmog was more limited. But, like, I don't know. I think the solution to Transmog is to add in raid sets and armor sets that are so fucking cool you don't want to transmog them. Like, for example, nobody was complaining about transmog during Sanctum of Domination because the armor sets were fucking amazing. Nobody was complaining about transmog during Blackrock Foundry because during Blackrock Foundry, they made some of the greatest armor sets that Blizzard's ever made. And also, if that wasn't enough, there were the Elite Gladiator sets. Like the fucking Transformer Warrior set. It was amazing. Comparing features added in Classic to Cata. You liked most and least. Okay, so these are just different things that the game was added in. So they're just trying to, in general, get an idea what people liked and didn't like about Cataclysm. Cataclysm was the beginning of the end for reasons like LFR, world changes, etc. Yeah, I think so too. I think that LFR was the thing that was bad about it. And the reason why it was bad is that it invalidated previous raid tiers. I don't like how you can just immediately go to the current raid tier without progressing through the previous raid tiers. I think that you should have to go through all of the raid tiers. Like, it was cool to me in Burning Crusade, whenever you would have to do Karazhan, you do the 5-mans, and then you do Karazhan, and then maybe you get some people together for Gruul's Lair, and then you work your way up to Magtheridon, finally fucking kill him. Now you can actually go to, not Hyjal, now you can go to Serpent Shrine Caverns, and you've got to get, like, resistance gear for Hydros, which, to be fair, was probably annoying. I don't think I'd really want to see that return, in all things considered. And you could work your way through there, and maybe after you get your ass beaten there, you go and you kill the Loot Reaver in Tempest Keep. And, you know, after you finally finish those raids, then you can actually do Hyjal. And the best part about Hyjal and Black Temple is if you didn't finish those and Sunwell came out, there's no attunement for Sunwell. No, you don't have an attunement. But if you haven't finished Black Temple, don't bother. Yeah, don't bother. Yeah, go in there. Go in there. See how Sunwell is. See if you guys can handle it. How many do you guys remember back in the day how many groups wiped on the green robot? The first green robot. They couldn't even get past him. Like you did? Yes. I joined trash farming raids to do Sunwell, and me and Dakina did, and there were many groups that we got into that could not kill the robot. Sunwell have catch-up gear on the island? It did. It added in catch-up gear with Magister's Terrace. It added in catch-up gear with the Shattered Sun Offensive. The epic, the legendary gear, not legendary, the exalted gear was really good. And it also added in new badge gear. So it added in a lot of new stuff. These are just things that they liked and didn't like in Cataclysm. Okay, here, rated battlegrounds, new dungeons, and like these are just the ones that I'm scrolling through. Please select the feature you liked most and which you liked least and return to Cataclysm. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how you can have most and least with 4 different options, but okay. Let's see here. Oh, I guess it's just, oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand now. And let's see here. So they're just trying to bracket in, like, in general, public sentiment about Cataclysm. Which of the following features would you like most in the next Classic expansion? And this is, it's all the new Cataclysm features. Most interested in playing it. So I would like to see new races, yes. Collections user interface, yes. Account-wide mounts, yes. Level cap increase, I don't care. Minor quality of life changes, yes. Talent system changes, with some changes, yes. Raid Finder, no. New raids, yes. 7 new zones, yes. New dungeons, yes. Reforging, yes. Dungeon Journal, yes. Changes to PvP during Arena, no. I want to see 5v5 stay in the game. Rated BGs, absolutely yes. No Reforging? Wait, are people negative about Reforging? Why is Reforging bad? Select one. Well, I'm just saying which ones I like and which ones I didn't like. Unified raid loot and lockouts. I don't know. Having 10-man and 25-man, I don't know how. I don't know how I would answer this one, to be honest. Questing and leveling changes, yes. Tolbarad, no. Tolbarad sucked. Guild advancement system, yes. Transmog, yes. Class design changes. To be honest, no. I think that a lot of the class design in Cataclysm was, again, just giving classes things that other classes already had. I think it was boring. Archaeology secondary profession, no. Changes to professions, no. I liked how professions gave you a bonus in Wrath. Chat probably thinks Reforging is Warforging and Titan Forging. Well, they probably saw the thing with Warcraft 3 and you're like, actually, wait a second. We don't want Reforging back anymore. You selected Transmog. What else feature makes you most interested in playing next Classic expansion? Oh, so then you select that. Okay, that makes sense. To determine the game concept you will be testing, please tell us your favorite color from the list below. Okay, it's just different, guys. This is like some psychology thing. All right. Following the final patch of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, continue in the Cataclysm where the Breaker of Worlds, Deathwing, has burst forth. Key features, okay. Exclude, looking for raid features. Alright. How would you decide this concept for Classic WoW? So they're asking people, would you be good with Cataclysm coming back with no raid finder? Yeah, I think that'd be nice. Sure. Personally, I want to play new content. It's gonna be fun to go back and do Wrath again, like for sure. I'm gonna really love it. It's gonna be great. But like, I want new fucking content, man. I want new fucking content. New old content. Based on the description, how likely are you to subscribe to World of Warcraft Classic? What specifically about this concept makes you say that you probably would play the game? Okay, let's see here. How interested are you in following features listed in the description that you read for World of Warcraft? Oh, it's the different things that they listed out. So it's, again, to gauge interest and the value that each of these different points gives you. Which of the following statements best describes what you like about this concept? Okay. I want to continue linear progression of my character. I think this will encourage my friends and other people that I play with to continue playing. I played original Cataclysm. I'm excited about replaying it. I never got to experience the original Cataclysm. I want to play through it again. Others, please specify. Nothing interests me. Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Which of the following statements accurately describes what you don't like about World of Warcraft Cataclysm? I never played it, but I heard negative things about it. I think that's a lot of people. I think this will cause my friends and other people to stop playing. I think that most people will probably, I don't know, they probably stick around and play it. I just don't know how long they'd stick around. I played original Cataclysm and didn't enjoy it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Which of the following ways would you describe this concept for World of Warcraft Cataclysm? Underwhelming, unique, sounds complicated and tedious, not for me. For gaming enthusiasts, boring, interesting, challenging, action-packed, a good way to pass time. Fun, for people like me, been done before. For casual players, too easy to play, high quality, or none of the above. I would say, interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting. How does this concept compare to your expectations for World of Warcraft Cataclysm? Yeah, whatever. Concept impact your influence in World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Okay, let's see here. After Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, so this is... Which of the following most closely aligns with what you would want as the next expansion of Classic after Wrath? The next expansion would focus on Cataclysm without any changes. The next expansion would focus on a new season of Mastery in Classic, Burning Crusade Classic, or Wrath of the Lich King Classic. The new expansion would focus on Cataclysm with some changes to the original release. So I would say that I hope that they just kind of build off of Wrath, or they build off of BC or Classic WoW. If you want my honest opinion, I would probably like to see them build off of Vanilla WoW. Build off of Vanilla WoW, add in a lot of the good features from both Burning Crusade and Wrath, and then redo the entire thing. And if some people think that they want it built off of Wrath, I'm completely okay with that. Right? It's a personal opinion. I feel like in Wrath of the Lich King, like, Wrath is a great expansion, and I had so much fun in Wrath. But I feel like after Vanilla WoW, the entire, like, value of the world went down so much that all you really do in, like, this is where you are for, like, 99% of the time in Burning Crusade. Like, this is fucking, like, this is one thing, we're gonna be here, but, this right here, like, there's no reason to be here. There's no reason to be here. There's no reason to be here. And I don't think that's a super good thing. I would like to see more input or more focus put into the whole world of the game, rather than just like a small subset. I think Legion did a great job with that, if you compare it with Legion. Back in the day, like with Legion, you would go back and you would do like your Class Order Hall questline that would take you around Azeroth. You would do your Mount questline that would take you around Azeroth. You would get your artifact weapon. Sometimes you had to go to Tearsfall Glades, or like I think it was like Arathi Highlands for one of them. I don't remember it exactly. But that was a really cool thing. So yes, I would actually like to see them build a little bit more off of Vanilla WoW. But like if they... I don't know really what the best option is yet. I think that what they should make this decision off of wait to see how people play Wrath. Because we could play Wrath again and think to ourselves, wow, this is actually way better than what we had in TBC and Vanilla. And think, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's build it off of Wrath. Because the fact is that a lot of people don't really remember it the same way it was. It was a long, long time ago. It was like 13, 14 years ago, man. So maybe they should just wait to see how people react to it now. And if people like the class design, then go with it. And if they don't, then don't. But I do think that for PvP, Wrath of the Lich King is monumentally better than Burning Crusade. Like, it's just not even remotely close. Like, if I were to rank PvP, like, Vanilla WoW, Burning Crusade, and Wrath, Wrath is number 1, Vanilla WoW is number 2, Burning Crusade is number 3. At least in Vanilla WoW, you had all of these cool little quirky trinkets and stupid little things that you could do. Burning Crusade just took the same shitty RNG from Vanilla WoW and attached a rating to it. I stabbed 2 forks into my arm whenever I was arenaing in Burning Crusade. I never stabbed a fork in my arm whenever I did arena in Wrath of the Lich King. I think that's all you need to say. Why is BC 3? I don't like the amount of RNG, the slowness to it, and just how, I feel like there's not as much counterplay and things like that you can do in Arena versus Wrath. I feel like in Wrath, like, you have way cooler abilities, there's way more things that your character can do, and it's just more interesting to me. Yeah, resists, stuff like that. Horrible flow, yeah. Like, super long games, like, it was just super annoying. I didn't like it at all. Burning Crusade raids were boring besides Black Temple. I think the best raids in Burning Crusade were tier 5. Dude, I think Tempest Keep is fucking amazing. I loved Tempest Keep back in the day. Same with Sharpened Shrine Caverns. Yeah, like, I thought High Jaw was garbage. It was a garbage raid. The fights were stupid, it was too long, it was annoying. Black Temple had so much trash in it, you could go AFK for 30 minutes, and sometimes you'd still come back and you hadn't pulled the boss. I didn't really do a lot of Sunwell. So back in the day, so I don't really remember how it was like. Sunwell was an amazing challenge for Classic Andes. Yeah, it was. Sunwell was the same jump up in difficulty that Cataclysm was from Wrath of the Lich King. Like, actually, it was like the Old War hard modes of its time. Like, Sunwell was so much harder than anything else that the game had ever released at the time. It made guilds. It was like the it was Heroic Ragnaros, except for there were 6 Heroic Ragnaroses in the raid. It was fucking brutal. Is Sunwell harder than Retail Mythic? No, it's not harder than Retail Mythic, but, like, I think Retail Mythic is too hard. Like, of course it can't hold a candle to Retail WoW raids. It doesn't need to. We need 765 pulls to kill Muru. My killed Quid at Felmist. Like, we killed Brutalis pre-nerf, and everyone was like, alright! See you in Wrath, guys! Everybody just fucking stopped raiding. And it was only, like, me and a few other people that still wanted to raid, and, like, so we tried to make pugs, and I think Takina killed Jaden before Wrath came out, but I never did. What was the hardest raid, in your opinion, in the last 4 expansions for retail? I mean, Sepulchre. Like, numerically speaking, Sepulchre was the hardest raid. Before Sepulchre, I would say probably Tomb of Sargeras. Yeah, if I had to say, like, let me go. Actually, wait a second. No, if you're counting, like, Crucible of Storms, Crucible Mythic, Ashara, I think Avatar's harder than Ashara. Or Kil'jaeden's harder than Ashara. Ashara was ridiculously complex. Kil'jaeden and Avatar were ridiculously hard. Ashara dance was nightmarish? Dude. I feel like the Ashara dance for a good guild was easy. You'd never wipe on that. You have a weak core, it literally tells you, run in a circle, stupid. Okay. That's it. Gahoon? I feel like Gahoon wasn't really hard, it was just a pain in the ass. I don't know, you probably, that's a question for Max or Scripe or one of the guys in one of the top end guilds. That's my read on it, but I didn't really prog I mean, I did all of those fights, but I did them way later. Remember Mr. Shazian and TOS? I quit raiding over that. Mythic Jero was the hardest end boss to date. Yeah, I think that's kind of like a well-established thing. Anyway, before I talk about that too much, I want to talk about the Cataclysm survey. I hope that Blizzard continues Classic after Wrath. I think that it is just so evident with the queue times, Blizzard having to introduce new, fresh servers because so many people are playing the game that there is such a tremendous demand. People want to play World of Warcraft. And the reason that they're not is because Blizzard makes it hard for them to do it. And I think that's the same thing with Dragonflight. I think that's the same thing with Shadowlands. There are a lot of people that are like, I want to get back into WoW, but I don't want to have to jump through 17 different hoops. So, like, WoW has a unique value in a number of ways. One of the ways is that I think that WoW provides the most control and responsive gameplay out of any MMO. It is better than New World, it's better than Final Fantasy, it's better than Lost Ark. It is so snappy and so responsive, and the game is over 15 years old. It is, a BDO is not even close. Like, there is no game that is as close to WoW. It is fucking amazing. It's perfect. Final Fantasy players, is true? Yeah, there's nothing, it's not like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy does boss fights better than WoW does. And it's not even remotely close. This isn't like one of those things where like Final Fantasy is bad and WoW is actually good. No, they're both good at each individual thing. But this is one thing that WoW does incredibly well. And I think that also people have a lot of nostalgia for WoW. And is this something that's like really a quality of the game? No, but it's something that exists. What? I don't want to play this game anymore, man. Honestly, like, I think we're just gonna play Final Fantasy today. Like, I'm just... I mean, like, it's just, this is ridiculous. Like, this is outrageous. I can't believe this game. Fuck this. I gotta go lay down.